because we don't yet have a deal on salt. Of course, my colleagues and I, and I'm talking about Andrew Garbarino, Mike Lawler, Tom Kaine of New Jersey, Young King of Southern California, the five of us Republicans have bound together to say that we're not going to participate and vote yes on any tax package deal unless there is a significantly higher cap on the state and local tax deduction. And the political reality now in 2025 is much different than it was 8 years ago when my party unfortunately capped salt. The political reality is the five of us can block the bill, and we will block the bill until and unless there's a much higher salt deduction, Rich.
When President Trump campaigned on Long Island during the last election cycle, he acknowledged the need to adjust the salt cap at the Nassau Coliseum. Do you think you could have the White House's support and maybe leaning on some of these other Republicans from other parts of the country to recognize the situation here, specifically on Long Island?
Yeah, very much so. The political reality is different for multiple reasons, including President Trump is eagerly trying to help us get a fix towards salt. That's the term he used at Nassau Coliseum when he did his rally in October of last year. That's a word he used when we were down with Mar-a-Lago with him a couple of months ago. And that's the term that his team is using to help us negotiate this one big, beautiful bill. Now, let's set the record straight. We need more salt on Long Island because of the onerous taxes and policies that come from Albany. We live in the highest tax state in the entire nation. Our constituents, Long Islanders, want a higher salt deduction because of those oppressive, onerous policies that come from Albany Democrats. But we shouldn't just push that on one party. Both parties have to work together in order to solve the affordability issue on Long Island. A higher salt deduction is one main way we do it. It's not unreasonable either. And some of my colleagues think that from the left, they think the salt deduction is welfare for millionaires. Some of my colleagues on the right think it's a subsidy to the largesse of bloated state governments like ours. I think the answer is probably somewhere in the middle. And there's one key fact here too, Rich. New York is a donor state. We send way more to Washington in taxes than we get back. Study after study has it in the 80-cent range, the 90-cent range. And some of these other states are getting $1.50, $2, $2.50 back. Salt is not a subsidy. It's just a matter of fairness. And I'm fighting alongside my colleagues like Andrew Garbarino to make sure that we have a higher salt cap going forward.